for Jalen Suggs.
And the defense he's played lately has really been tremendous. It's clear he's working his tail off on this end and collecting a number of steals as a result. You have to commend that type of effort.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Beasley and Middleton. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And for Orlando, Ben Carroll plays the 4 with Carter Jr. at center. Harrison Wagner out on the wings. And it's Suggs in at point guard. Now here's Middleton. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Well, there may be a lot of games ahead, but game 1 of the regular season is always a little extra special, Grant.
Yeah, no question about it. This is a game everyone looks forward to start the season off on the right foot. I can't tell you how huge it is for a team's confidence to get a win on opening night, but it's definitely one everyone is looking forward to.
Now here's Beasley. 17 points in his last outing. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Orlando. Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Suggs. Wagner for 3. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. Puts it up. Portis shot is off.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Pass to Ben Carroll. Here's Harris. Left side Carter. Over Lillard. And Carter gets it to go on the assist by Harris.
Gary Harris can play the 1 or the 2, guys, and you have to be able to hit the open man. He does so there.
Lopez, the screen on Harris. Harris against Beasley. Pass to Middleton. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Middleton's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it feels like Middleton can shoot from anywhere, but he's especially deadly from the corner.
Outside Carter. Wagner up top. Middleton covering. Here's Suggs. His last outing he had 20. And Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Well, watching Brook Lopez work on defense is a thing of beauty. This is one of the longest guys we have in the NBA.
The flat-out hustle of Wendell Carter Jr. is something you have to appreciate.
I think, B.A., we can all appreciate a hard-playing big man. But you have to remember, Wendell Carter Jr. has now proven himself to be a legit threat from 3. He rebounds it nightly on a consistent basis, and that offensive game is getting better and better.
Now here's Portis to the paint. Here's Lillard. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Boy, Malik Beasley, known as a pure scorer, but how about the setup of his teammate right there? That's a pretty pass.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And Carroll with a screen on Middleton. Wagner with it. Portis picks him up. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And for the Berlin native, Franz Wagner. His NBA career is off to a terrific start.
Yeah, at 6'10", he's extremely versatile. He's already a talented scorer at all 3 levels. Plus, he's able to put the ball on the floor and create for his teammates.
That free throw misses. You know, Grant, looking at the Milwaukee Bucks, they play in a sports-crazed state in Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin definitely loves their football, but Milwaukee also goes hard for their Bucks, which is a big reason for their recent success, B.A.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Grant, it's fair to say this Magic team is still coming into its own as far as the youth on the roster.
Yeah, not a lot of NBA service time up and down the roster, but tons and tons of talent. I mean, they've done very well constructing the roster. Now to develop it, and they'll see the wins pile up.
Just a great play by Paolo Banchero. Sees the defender closing, knows he's got to get it off in a hurry.
They set a pick. Lillard outside. Pass to Beasley. Back to Lillard. From outside, off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Portis against Banchero. 4 on the clock. Over Portis. Banchero no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Now here's Lillard. Middleton outside. To the wing, right side. Here's Portis. It's rebounded by Banchero. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Lillard passes to Beasley. Pass to Lopez. Back to Beasley. The 3. Good! Another from 3.
And for this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Back to Wagner. Carter, a screen on Middleton. Wagner for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. And here's Portis. No made baskets yet. Pass to Lillard. Back to Beasley. Lillard looking around. Over Suggs. Got a hand on it. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Knocked loose. Portis outside. Pass to Lopez. Back to Portis. Now Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Portis' shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Got it from about 16 feet. Banchero's got 7.
Well, this is just excellent work in the mid-range, and you see how comfortable Paolo is taking those opportunities.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Suggs. Pass to Carter from the arc. The rebound by Beasley.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Middleton passes to Lillard. Fires from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Up top, Banchero. Shoots over Portis. And Banchero with the bucket. And the assist by Wagner. He's got 9.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Middleton against Wagner. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Lopez. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. And the Bucks lead by 3.
How about the poise from Brook Lopez? He doesn't let the defense get to him. Keeps that high release point. Nice.
Here's Suggs. Defended by Lillard. Harris outside. Pass to Suggs. The Magic need to put one up here. And Caro no good. The Bucks have got 6 of 14 in so far. Beasley with it. Three-pointer is up. Middleton add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Pass to Caro. Now Wagner. It's Beasley on the wing. Hounded by Harris. Lillard with the ball. Back to Beasley. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. And Caro's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Wagner. Back to Caro. Carter, a screen on Portis. Here's Caro. A good-looking shot from the wing. Caro's got 11.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Timeout called. Milwaukee. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Caro. Isaac comes in for Harris. And it's Fultz in for Suggs. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 4. Beverly, a screen on Isaac. Middleton from the outside. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Wagner against Connaughton. Wagner, the pass to Fultz. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Well, Milwaukee's shooting an impressive 47%. Crowder inside, defended by Wagner. Kept alive. Another shot. And it's Crowder with the lay-in.
How about the relentless effort on the backboards? Crowder utilizing his size to eat the window.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Beverly against Fultz. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by the Bucks. I've heard coaches call Fultz the ultimate team guy. Sounds like a compliment, Doris.
Oh, it absolutely is, B.A. And you have to give Markelle Fultz a ton of credit. Here's a young man whose career started in as shaky a fashion as you could, with the inability to shoot the basketball. He's turned himself into a legit threat as a scorer and a passer.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Throw good, Connaughton. Well, Grant, how do the Bucks put the pieces back together and make a run at another title?
Well, the hope is this new coaching staff will unlock some new wrinkles and find ways to keep their offense from stalling in the clutch.
Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Cole Anthony comes in for Wagner. Gallinari, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard comes in for Middleton. I know Orlando fans are excited about this young team they've got, Doris.
They certainly are, B.A., and I think that's appropriate. You have seen the potential for success with some of their young pieces. Now, to me, it's about continuing to develop those particular pieces and making sure these fans are proud of the effort they give nightly.
Orlando has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Fultz passes to Banchero. Back to Fultz. Now Anthony. The kick out to Banchero. Gets the 3 to fall. Banchero's got 14 points.
Paolo Banchero putting the league on notice that he is a big-time problem.
Outside Gallinari. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Isaac.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard up top, hounded by Fultz. And Damian Lillard gets a 3. Give him 8 points now.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And Banchero gets it to go.
How about the handle that Paolo Banchero has? Just a terrific move, carving the space needed.
A big-time effort for Chris Middleton. Providing a lot of energy for Milwaukee with 4 3-pointers in the quarter alone, proving he's a threat at the arc. Back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
We've got Paolo Banchero. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Wagner. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's Fultz in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Connaughton. That one rolls around and rims out. Here's Banchero. Tries again. Can't capitalize inside.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo says his greatest challenge lies within. He said, quote, "I don't compete with others. I just compete with myself. Every other night it's going to be another great player, but I just try to be consistent, have fun, enjoy the game, create art, and be the best I can be."
Artistry. I like it, Allie. Thank you.
What's up?
free throw, no good. Grant, you had a terrific mid-range game. It feels like more players are going back to that now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, B.A. The analytics say dunks and three-pointers, but that makes your offense almost just two-dimensional. In many cases, too predictable. You're seeing more and more players, particularly the elite ones, finding comfort in the mid-range.
The first one falls. You know, when it comes to Cole Anthony, Grant, we knew he'd be a good NBA player. Let's face it, we've heard about it from his dad for years as he's joined us on the media side.
B.A., that's the truth. But who knows, maybe one day he'll end up in our industry as well. Maybe he's got the bloodlines to be pretty good on the mic like his old man.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Beverly against Anthony. Beverly, the pass to Connaughton.
How about that denial by Paolo Banchero? Nice to see him put that frame to use.
And Orlando has possession. It's a 10-point game. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Now here's Lillard. Give him 8. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Isaac. Pass to Banchero. Wagner inside, covered by Connaughton. 4 on the clock. Here's Fultz. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Fultz has gotten his first points in this one. Anthony against Beverly. Out to the wing. For 3, here's Lillard. Orlando grabs the miss.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Three-pointer, Anthony sinks the tray. Now just a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
As comfortable as anybody from deep, you cannot leave Cole Anthony open.
Outside Gallinari. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Isaac with it. Now guarded by Beverly. Anthony, the pass to Fultz. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Lillard. Outside Gallinari. Over Isaac. That's good from Gallinari. On the assist by Lillard. And the Bucks lead by 7.
In between game for Danilo Gallinari. Okay.
Fultz into the lane. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Bucks, number 1.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding. And that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
The first free throw is good.
Well, guys, certainly Markelle Fultz had a rocky start with his first organization, but the change of scenery has helped him immensely, and I think he's proven, while still finding his footing, that there is a place for him at this level.
Harris has checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Anthony. Bobby Portis has checked in for the Bucks. Beasley comes in for Beverly. Good on both. Unlike a lot of drafts, Grant, there wasn't a clear first overall pick in 2022 for the Magic.
Yeah, but I do think they nailed it, taking Paolo Banchero, a 6'10 playmaker Banchero was Rookie of the Year, and he's certainly a player you can build around.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Crowder, the pass to Lillard, over Suggs. Lillard can't get it to go. The Magic have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Pass to Banchero. Oh, they get a hand on it. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lillard outside. There's the steal. Pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. And Carroll with it. Now here's Wagner. Shoots over Connaughton. And Wagner gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
Now here's Banchero, coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Milwaukee has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Portis with a screen on Harris. Pass to Crowder. Connaughton right side over Suggs. Connaughton can't hit.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Here's Suggs. Launches it. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Lillard outside. Connaughton outside. Pass to Lillard. Beasley right side. Tries the spin move. Shoots over Isaac. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. For Orlando, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Hits the three-pointer.
Jalen Suggs has proven early, if you're open, he's going to find you. Pretty pass.
Milwaukee in the lead. Beasley outside. Crowder outside. Pass to Beasley. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Suggs. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Isaac outside. Here's Banchero. Covered by Connaughton. Isaac against Beasley. Lillard comes with a double. Here's Suggs. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Portis, the pass to Lillard. Crowder with a screen. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Drains the triple. Connaughton's got 6.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Portis with a screen on Isaac. Back to Crowder. Connaughton outside. And And another three for Milwaukee.
He is a challenging matchup from out there. Can knock down even the toughest of shots.
Orlando has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Harris against Beasley. Harris down low. He's scoreless. Wagner. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. And for the Bucks, they're shooting about 43% in this one. And what you like about Gary Harris, you can depend on him to make good decisions and always bring that energy, Grant.
Yeah, no doubt, B.A. I mean, he's all about the team, willing to do whatever they ask of him. Can't have enough guys like that on your roster.
Just 5 to shoot. Portis gets the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Orlando calls timeout. So for the Magic, Carter, he's checked in for Wagner, and Franz Wagner's subbed in for Banchero. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 8. Outside Carter. Pass to Isaac. Wagner on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Isaac with a screen on Beverly. The 3 from Suggs. Knocks down the triple. Suggs has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Beverly finds Middleton. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Wagner. Isaac outside. Now Harris. Still without a bucket. Wagner on the wing. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Beverly. And here's Middleton. Here's Portis. They double him with Harris. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Franz Wagner.
I like this from Middleton, using his height inside to generate points. Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
And the Magic making a change here. Banchero's checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Lillard's checked in. Both free throws good from Middleton. Orlando trailing here. Now here's Wagner. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Carter with it, and Lopez picks him up. Carter, the pass to Harris. And Carroll with it. And Carroll finishes with force inside.
Well, Banchero seizes the moment. Just open that window of opportunity, and he's going to get right in there.
Portis' screen. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. Middleton passes to Portis. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. That 3's off the mark. The Magic have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go in the second. Middleton against Wagner. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 1:23 left to play in the half. Pass to Wagner. Here's the three.
I can't believe it. I mean, he can't buy a basket in the second period. He might want to keep the ball moving.
Middleton with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Middleton, no good. And Orlando shooting a decent 41% in the second quarter. Beasley against Harris. Over Beasley. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Yeah, make the right basketball play. If the defense concedes the mid-range, Gary Harris willing to take it.
Wagner against Middleton. There's 38 seconds left in the second period. Clock at 6. Releases. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy's a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And he drops the first.
As much as Banchero is going to get to the line, he wants to be more efficient.
And Banchero drops them both. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Lillard outside. Pass to Lopez. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Bucks on top, leading by a point. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hi, folks. It's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
They have not done a good job defending the three. They got to be more active and disciplined along the perimeter.
Yeah, at least try to take away the three, force them to do something else offensively. Of course, that can be easier said than done.
Now taking a closer look at the first half, how about the performance from these two guys?
Both guys came in hungry, scrapping for every little thing they can get out there. I love watching them battle it out.
Well, nothing brings out the best in you like the other guy when he's on your level.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments.
Yes, sir! Hey, put Lillard in the dunk contest with that one.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And for the Magic, they're shooting at 45% of the game so far. Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. And here's Banchero for the tie. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
This is definitely an aspect of Paolo Banchero's game that he is working to become more consistent at. Boy, bang that three-point shot. That'll give you some confidence.
Middleton against Wagner. Goes up on the wing. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Franz Wagner.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Milwaukee in the lead.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. From 9 feet out. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Boy, great strength, great balance. Jalen Suggs shows you the ability to finish through contact.
Here's Beasley. Again, Milwaukee.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Wagner against Middleton. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Carter, a screen on Portis. Here's Banchero, and it's Orlando with another.
Well, just taking the time to get the play set up pays off. Banchero doesn't rush.
Middleton looking around. It's rebounded by Wagner.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Banchero outside. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You can see Paolo Banchero plays with such a high energy level at the offensive end. So determined right there.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second one. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely. The three-pointer off the mark.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Wagner finds Banchero for the lead. Counted from distance. Banchero's got 9 points now in the second half.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Lillard passes to Portis. Now Lopez. He's checked by Carter. Three-pointer is up. Middleton hits the trifecta. Middleton's got 8 points in the quarter.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Magic are still young, yes, but they are developing. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, "We're close to getting over the hump." These guys understand that you just have to stick with that process, the growth. It's just the belief system that these young men are starting to grow into.
He's really kept that positive environment. Thanks, Allie. For three, here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard for three.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
And Carroll outside. Hit by Carter. Right at the free throw line. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You can see in the movement there the athleticism Wendell Carter Jr. possesses. Really solid cut after setting the screen.
Wagner against Middleton. And Carter with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Here's Lillard. He's got 13. Off the inbound, no good. Wagner against Middleton. And Carroll with a screen on Middleton. Wagner outside. Pass to Carroll. Outside Carter. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Lillard finds Middleton. Now Lopez. And here's Portis. Guarded by Carroll. From down low. It's rebounded by Carroll. Carroll's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Wagner, the pass to Carroll. Inside. Carter can't get it to go.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Wagner against Middleton. Portis with a screen on Wagner. Here's Middleton. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Intelligent play by Middleton. Now, he does what he can to ensure he gets fouled while in the act.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they moved the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
That free throw good from Middleton. Both free throws good from Middleton. Wagner with it. No points yet. Carroll outside. To the middle. Here's Carter. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Malik Beasley.
You see, it's the size, the skill, and the athleticism of Carter Jr. that can sometimes prove too much of a task for these defenders. That is a big-time play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Carter.
And guys, what you have to love about Wendell Carter Jr. is his thirst to learn. This guy is willing to add pieces to his game. He understands he's got to be a true modern big man, and he puts in the work.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. The Bucks have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Lopez, the screen on Harris. Beasley, the pass to Portis. Middleton outside. Lopez, the screen from outside the arc. Middleton, no good. And so Carroll will bring it up for the Magic. 4-point game. Carter, a screen on Middleton. Carroll finds Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
That's about making an effort to share the ball. Banchero rewards a teammate for getting free off the pick and roll.
Lopez, the screen on Harris. Down low. from inside. Nice move, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Beasley. And the Bucks lead by 4.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And Carroll with a screen on Middleton. Wagner on the wing. Middleton covering. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Shoots over Portis. Tipped. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 11. Here's Suggs, defended by Portis. Carter, a screen on Lillard. Here's Banchero. That one is off. Good work defensively by Lopez. Lillard outside. Middleton against Wagner. From the left block. Uses the glass to drop it in. And it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Orlando calls timeout. Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Beverly, he's checked in for the Bucks. Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Third is Brook Lopez.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
And so here is Orlando. They trail by 6. Carter, a screen on Beverly. The baseline J is on the way. Suggs, no good. The Bucks have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Portis with a screen on Harris. Back to Middleton. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Middleton's got 29 points.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Pass to Wagner. Carter, a screen on Middleton. Here's Wagner. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And the Magic making a change here. Wagner's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Crowder, he's checked in for Lopez.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. Nice shot.
Franz Wagner, so fundamentally sound. This guy's so clever, plays with a ton of energy.
Pass to Middleton. Portis outside. There's the 3. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Wagner inside. Beverly defending. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you are in the painted area, you've got to be calm under pressure. Mr. Wagner, yes, sir.
Middleton outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Franz Wagner. free throw good from Middleton.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
So for the Magic, Banchero's checked in for Wagner. Anthony comes in for Harris. And it's Fultz in for Suggs. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Bucks. Connaughton comes in for Beasley. That one misses. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. Anthony outside. Pass to Isaac. Now here's Fultz. Middleton covering. Clock at 4. Here's Anthony. The rebound by the Bucks. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And the call will be against Mo Wagner. That'll be a second foul of the game. Gallinari finds Beverly. Connaughton up top. Crowder a screen on Anthony. Connaughton passes to Middleton.
Now, this guy takes pride on the defensive side of the ball. Banchero not backing down.
To the paint. Here's Wagner. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Orlando has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Banchero. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Wagner outside. 5 to shoot. And Carroll with a screen on Beverly. Here's Fultz. Rebound by Middleton. Milwaukee in the lead. To the inside. And it's Connaughton. That time on the assist by Middleton. Connaughton's got 11 points.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Beverly against Fultz. Pass to Anthony. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Beverly. And Milwaukee shooting an efficient 55% in the third quarter. Outside Gallinari. Lets it fly. And it's Milwaukee scoring again.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. And Carroll outside. To the middle. Kicks it out to Isaac. Pass to Anthony. Crowder grabs the miss. Crowder's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Connaughton for 3. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Milwaukee with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Orlando trailing here. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Wagner. Then there's Anthony. Then there's Banchero. And it's Fultz in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. Isaac for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Right side, Gallinari. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, there's always been a level of basketball intellect present with Danilo Gallinari. See it in the way he's able to draw fouls.
First one at the line is good.
Danilo Gallinari may be one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Because of his size, he can score on the interior, post a mismatch. We know he's a tremendous shooter. Love his game.
So he makes both from the line.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Banchero with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Banchero. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Banchero's got 12 points here in the second half.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Gallinari with a screen on Anthony. Middleton with it. Guarded by Banchero. Middleton is doubled. And here's Lillard. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Inside. Here's Isaac. Well-timed pass. And he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Now you can see why people are so excited about Jonathan Isaac showing off that scoring ability on the interior.
Beverly outside. Back to Lillard. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. It's on Markelle Fultz. Connaughton, he's checked in for Beverly.
Amazing to come to the arena every night just to see what Lillard's going to do.
Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Isaac. This one for 3. That one falls. Nice assist by Fultz.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Middleton against Banchero. And here's Connaughton for 3. Sure, from three-point range.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Banchero against Middleton. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
That's where you're trusting the jumper if you're Markelle Fultz. Be ready on the catch, rise and fire.
Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. And the foul called on Markelle Fultz. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And here's Connaughton for 3. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And Carroll passes to Wagner. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, that's about the defense keying in on Banchero. He recognizes it and shows off his vision.
Middleton against Isaac. Lopez, the screen on Isaac. Here's Middleton, and it's blocked by Isaac.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back. Jonathan Isaac. Woohoo!
Houston, he's checked in for Orlando. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Jackson is checked in. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And Lillard gets it to go.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Lillard against Fultz. And Carroll with a screen on Lillard. Here's Fultz. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, you look at the league's basketball-related income. The players and owners split it about 50-50.
You know, BA, that's why they call it a partnership. You talk about a shared interest. The NBA has really become a leader by example in all of professional sports.
And he makes a first. Ingles, he's checked in for Houston. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Lillard with the ball for Milwaukee. They held a 12-point lead earlier. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Isaac's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Fultz. Down low. Here's Banchero. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Timeout call. Milwaukee. You know, when Isaac tore his ACL in 2019, it was a long road back for him, Doris.
You know what, BA? It's hard for me to imagine a young player experiencing more tough injuries than Jonathan Isaac. What I appreciate is his willingness to fight through whatever has been put before him. There's a real mental toughness and a real grit that this guy possesses, and obviously a love for the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Lillard. Step back shot. That shot is off. The Magic have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Right wing. Fultz against Jackson. Banchero with a screen on Jackson. Fultz passes to Banchero. Three-pointer off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Crowder. Now here's Lopez. 6 to shoot. Deflected.
Wow, Joe Ingles sends it back twice on the pipes. Big-time defensive play.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Fultz. Both free throws good from Isaac. So it's Milwaukee now. They lead by 4. Now Lillard. Beasley outside. Over Wagner. And the Bucks miss again. Orlando's gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Ben Carroll. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Lopez, and he converts the layup.
Really not easy to stick with Brook Lopez in the screen and roll. This guy fantastic moving after the screen.
Wagner, the pass to Isaac. Here's Van Carroll. Over Middleton. And Van Carroll with the bucket. And the assist by Isaac. Van Carroll's got 7 now in this quarter. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. They held a 12-point lead earlier. It's Middleton on the wing. Over Van Carroll. Again! Milwaukee!
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Here's Suggs. Defended by Lillard. Wagner outside. And Carroll passes to Wagner. And the layup is good off the glass.
Oh, that's all too easy for Franz Wagner. You see the angle he takes inside. Defense is in poor position.
Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Suggs. That one rolls around and rims out.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Pass to Lillard. Portis right side. Lopez with it from behind the arc. Sinks it from distance.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. One guy who's been getting it done is Chris Middleton.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
The Magic making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. Wagner outside. Pass to Carter for 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Pulls it from the corner. The shot off that time. Orlando trailing here. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Harris on the wing. And the 3 off target. The Bucks have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Pass to Middleton. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Franz Wagner. First one falls for him. free throw's good from Middleton.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line really since we came out of the half.
Orlando has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Rebounded by Lopez.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Portis finds Beasley. Lopez, the screen on Banchero. Pass to Middleton. Middleton is doubled to the inside. Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. And he lobs it up to the rim. Banchero against Lopez. Pass to Beasley. Lillard with the ball. Lopez with it. 6 on the shot clock. Portis with it. He's checked by Carter. Count that bucket. And now an 11-point Bucks lead.
I just love the ball movement.
Banchero against Portis to win the cold spell. The rebound by Beasley. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Middleton against Wagner. And it's Middleton driving over Wagner. Pass to Middleton. Tipped away. Wagner with a steal. Here's Banchero, covered by Lopez. Lopez against Banchero. Here's Carter. Shoots over Lopez. Good work defensively by Lopez. Lillard outside. Lopez, the screen on Harris. For 3, here's Lillard. Rebounded by Suggs.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Banchero the screen. Three-pointer. Wagner outside. Carter, a screen on Portis. Here's Wagner. Hits despite the tough D.
You have to be willing to take and make contested shots. Mr. Wagner to the rescue.
Pass to Portis. Beasley outside. Now Middleton. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Drills it from deep. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Bucks.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Chris Middleton.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
That's about trusting your instincts, knowing when the shot he wants to take is there and taking it in the catch and shoot. Mr. Wagner.
Beasley outside. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. Oh, great D that time from Harris.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And they're able to recover. Offline with a 3. Now here's Middleton. So we see the Bucks get the win here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Dame, you routinely...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.